Alright, welcome back to the finale of showing you guys my entire game collection. We are on the final category, which is Nintendo and the rest of my vintage games. So I guess if you think about it, it's Nintendo and PS1. I think how I'm going to do this is I'm going to go through my PS1 collection first, get PlayStation out of the way. And then we will go, so Nintendo, we will go back generation by generation of games that I have currently. All right, so without further ado, let us get this started. Am I recording over here? Awesome, I am all ready to go. There are a couple games that I don't have their original cases for, unfortunately. And both of them I actually got for free, just from a random handout. One of them being Final Fantasy Tactics, and the other one being Crash Bandicoot Warped. I'm trying to find original cases for these guys to fit in with my PlayStation collection, but both of them have black backs, all that cool stuff, just like your normal PS1 game would. Before continuing forward, I just want to let y'all know, I am aware that some of these are going to be reproduction cartridges. I am not dumb, I get it. I'm probably going to attempt to try and find the original copies at some point. Especially I think some of these Final Fantasy games are going to be reproductions. So we're just gonna fucking figure it out. Anyway, first up on the list is Crash 2. This is a greatest hit edition. Crash 2 Cortex Strikes Back. This guy is an original black label. It's got its manual and everything. It's very much water damage, though. Unfortunately, very much water damage. You can hear that. It's sad, but whatever. I might try to find a replacement manual or something for that. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot 2. I think I got it at my vintage game shop for I think I got this for maybe 15-20 bucks or something. But I definitely will want to replace that manual now that I'm kind of getting a closer look at it. But yeah, that is that for the first one for PS1. Crash Bash. This one I also got for fairly cheap at a pawn shop with black back as well as original manual. This one doesn't crunch. Yeah, this one I think I got first dibs, if I remember correctly, on this guy, and I got it for fairly cheap for I think it was either 5 or 10 bucks. But yeah, Crash Bash is another one. I know that one isn't as popular as a lot of the Crash games, but whatever. By the way, we have 80 games to get through and then we're done. So CTR Crash Team Racing. Once again, more black label goodness. Also complete in box as per usual. Got that beautiful manual here. I actually found this at a vintage game store for fairly cheap. I'm still trying to find Crash 1, and I'm having a hard time finding it. I'm probably gonna have to go to eBay, unfortunately, for that. But yeah, Crash Team Racing, boom, right there in the stack. Final Fantasy's Origins. I'm pretty sure this is a reproduction case, mostly because it's just your normal CD back. It still works just fine. Remastered editions of Final Fantasy Origins. If it's not a black back, does it usually mean it's a reproduction or no? Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, got its manual and everything for that for the Final Fantasy Origins. I did not play this for my Final Fantasy ranking. I probably should have, but I think I was just too excited for the GBA version to care. Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger, or Final Fantasy Chronicles. Once again, also had the clear backs, or the normal disc backs, but it does have the manual. I mean, it does have promos and stuff on the back, so I don't know if they're using original manuals or if it's I don't know. It doesn't matter. But then I also have Chrono Trigger in this guy as well. But yeah, all complete. Once again, I think this is a reproduction cartridge, but not cartridge, but reproduction thing. But unfortunately, it got damaged in transit, so But yeah, I will be replaying this version for an upcoming Final Fantasy video for kind of covering some stuff for the stuff I missed in my original ranking. Next up is Final Fantasy Anthropology. This one has both Final Fantasies 5 and 6. These are the ones that I played for my ranking. We have the manuals and stuff for Final Fantasy 5 and 6. Once again, just your normal backs for your discs. Either way, if these are reproductions or anything like that, it's still fun. There were still fun versions of games to play. But yeah, all of these I got on Amazon for fairly cheap. I think it was around like $20-25 per, maybe a little more, but I don't think I paid more than like $30-35 for each of these. But yeah, definitely worth it if you're wanting to try to get into the series. Obviously, some of these have like horrible loading times, but it's not like the end of the world. But anyway, yeah, so that's Final Fantasy Anthropology. Final Fantasy 7, the original Black Label. This one I did get from a pawn shop for fairly cheap. I think they sold this to me for like $15. I think just because no one else was touching it for some reason, which is weird. But yeah, Final Fantasy 7, we got the original manual and all that good jazz. This was not the version of the game that I played for my ranking, but it was still kind of the same thing. But it's got all 3 discs, all complete in box. And then yeah, this one I got at a pawn shop for fairly cheap, which is really nice. Final Fantasy 8. Once again, I think this is a reproduction cartridge. Or wait, maybe not. Oh yeah, these are all Black Labels. Maybe they still are. Who knows? I'm not an expert on a lot of this stuff, but yeah, we got all 4 discs here, and the complete package and all that for Final Fantasy 8. Once again, I would like to say that I don't hate this game. I just think that there's a lot that could have been improved on in this game, but it's still an alright game at the end of the day. Final Fantasy 9, of course. You gotta go in order. You gotta go in order. I think these are definitely reproduction discs as well. But it's still got all 4 discs. Once again, this is not the version that I played for my ranking. For all 3 of those previous games, I played the Switch port, just to kind of make things easier on myself for when I was about to go to work. But the crystal comes back. But yeah, Final Fantasy 9. I might for these games, I might try to track down their Black Labels. Maybe I haven't fully decided yet. I don't know if it's completely worth it. But yeah, Final Fantasy 9. Moving past Final Fantasy, we have Resident Evil 2. Now, I have not played this game at all. I'm going to get rid of this receipt because, my God, I think I was duped. I don't know. Because this one says disc 1, and then this other one says disc 1. So, well, it's not like I really played a lot of this game anyway. I'll look into it a little more, but either way, I do have Resident Evil 2, or half of it maybe, 2 halves of it. Spyro the Dragon. This is one of the PS1 games that I played a lot when I was a kid. I was lucky enough to find a copy of it, and they sold it to me for fairly cheap. Unfortunately, though, the case is broken, and there's a lot of water damage to the manual, so I'll need to replace those. But that can always be a project for another day. It's not totally important. I still need to make sure that these games work, now that I think about it. It is a greatest hits thing, but Spyro 1, Spyro 2. Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Of course, you open it up, you got the manual as well as the game itself. Once again, also a black back. I don't know. I'm still learning to try to see if stuff's like authentic or not, so I'm assuming this is gonna be alright. But yeah, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, another one that I got from another pawn shop. Or no, wait, I think I got that one from the vintage pawn shop. This next one, which coincidentally is Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, I got from a different pawn shop. And then this one is also black on the back. And then we got the manual and all that stuff with it. By the way, if any of y'all can give me some tips to see if this, like, if PS1 games are only have the black backs, let me know, because I'm pretty sure those Final Fantasy games are what are the fuck? Reproductions, but it's not that big of a deal. All right, so that does it for the PS1 games. Now we are going to move into Nintendo, and fuck, I got quite a bit of these. And so in terms of this, my Switch games actually go down here. So actually, I can make this work. What am I doing? So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start with the most recent shit. And first off, we are starting off with, of course, Catherine Full Body for the Switch. Yes, I really, really like this game. People really need to give it another look. And I actually bought this. This is the first American version that I purchased after the Amazon purchase. But yeah, so definitely worth it. I really, really love this game. This game is definitely worth another playthrough if you haven't already. Another one I bought from a GameStop is the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I bought this so that I could practice Crash skills when I was streaming it, and that didn't really work out very well. So now I just own it as a collector's piece. Next up, I have the twin pack of Final Fantasy VII as well as Final Fantasy VIII. These were the versions that I played for the ranking. Obviously, they are not, American, but they still worked nonetheless, and I'm very happy that it did, and it helped me grow appreciation for these games. But yes, Final Fantasy VII and VIII, and the same thing goes for Final Fantasy IX, except I don't know which region this is from. This looks like it could literally just be a reproduction cartridge. But yeah, Final Fantasy IX, this is also the version that I played for the ranking. And of course we have Final Fantasy X, X-2, because I need to own all the versions of the games, as I have said previously. But yes, favorite Final Fantasy game by far. You guys have heard the story at this point. Next up that I don't have the original case, or the original artwork for, is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I keep trying to get into Zelda, and I keep buying games thinking I'm going to get into Zelda, and I never do. But I'm pretty sure I bought this game at a pawn shop for fairly cheap. And yeah. Oh, by the way, the Final Fantasy X I bought at a GameStop, and then the other ones I bought on Amazon for like, I think it was around $60 or so for each, which, with other games with the Switch releases, it makes sense. Of course, next up we have Luigi's Mansion 3. I was so stoked when this game came out. I actually pre-ordered it, and then for some reason totally fucking forgot to pick it up on the midnight drop. But Luigi's Mansion 3, so much fun. It is definitely an improvement from Dark Moon. Still definitely recommend all three of these games. They are so much fun. Just play Luigi's Mansion is what I'm saying. Of course, we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't remember if I got this from a pawn shop or I got it from GameStop used, but either way, it's a Mario Kart game for the Switch. And of course, you can't have just Mario Kart, you gotta have Mario Party Superstars as well. I got this for Christmas, and we play it all the time. Next up is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This one, oh god. This one's actually really fun. Like, low-key. I bought it for cheap at GameStop. And this one was definitely a much different take on a strategy turn-based RPG. This is really fun. If anyone is really into those tactical RPGs, try this out. Try this out. It's actually really fun. I wish I could say anything about Sparks of Hope, but I haven't started it yet. And as much as I love the original, I just haven't had the time to start it. And I really, really would like to start it, but I haven't started it yet, so meh. But this is also in the collection. Once I eventually do try it out, I'm actually really, really excited for it. Another one that I don't have the original artwork for, but I did buy at a pawn shop for a fairly cheap price, and that is Paper Mario the Origami King. I haven't tried it yet. I've heard good, I've heard bad. So we just gotta try it. at some point, right? Why the fuck not? I had to get Persona 5 Royal for the Switch Steelbook edition, of course, because it was running the same price, and I just want to play my Persona game on the go. But yeah, no. But everyone knows how much I love Persona 5 Royal. It's definitely the better version of the two. But yeah, Persona 5, definitely a recommendation for me. We're going to be kind of flying through some Pokemon games here. First off, we have Let's Go Pikachu. I didn't buy this with the intent for me. I bought it for the intent of giving it to my friend as either a present or a birthday present or something like that. Then it turned out he already had it. So I didn't return it, I just kept it. But I haven't started it yet, nor have I played it. So that means the same fucking thing. But yeah, so I do own it, I just haven't started it yet. Of course, we have Pokemon Sword, the very first Pokemon game that I have ever actually beaten. My friend got this for me as a gift, and basically forced me to play through it like I forced him to play through the entire Kingdom Hearts story. But it was a fun time. It was a good time. But yeah, that is also on my shelf. Next up, we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. Another game that I just decided to pick up because I was peer pressured into it. But so far I've played it a little bit. It's pretty good as far as I'm aware, but I just haven't gotten into it. Up next, we have Pokemon Violet. This game was purchased for me. We were in the middle of GameStop, and my friend looked at me and was like, all right, so if you were to play Violet or Scarlet, which one would you play? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking Violet. I don't know what the difference is. And then he bought it for me. I started playing it a little bit. It's fun so far, just as your average Pokemon game would be. But I haven't gotten that far into it, so I really don't have too much of an opinion. But yeah, that is sitting here on my shelf. Up next, of course, we have Shin Megami Tensei 5. This was the first game that I reviewed on my channel, and I absolutely love this game. This game is so much fun. This is my first SMT game that I ever played, and it really, well, besides obviously Persona, but this is my first mainline series that I ever played, and I couldn't put it down. It's really good. I highly recommend SMT5, by the way. Up next, we have the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Biggest reason why I bought this again for the Switch is because my girlfriend really wants to get into gaming herself, and so I recommended the Spyro Trilogy for her, and she played it, and she is currently playing through it right now, so mostly I have this for her, but you know, it's always nice to have some Spyro on the road. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is up next. Of course, I had to get this while it was a limited time release, but I do have it. It's right here, and I haven't started any of them. But so this is mostly a collector's piece at this point. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is another game I decided to pick up from a pawn shop and get it fairly cheap. And it's a 3D Mario game that we started on the channel a while ago. I don't know what else to say than that. I haven't played Bowser's Fury yet, but I've heard good things about it. Super Mario Party was another one that I picked up right around when I got my Switch so that I could play it with other people. Actually, I think me and Julie's like 2-month anniversary was literally us eating Little Caesars in my bedroom while playing Mario Party. So that's a really fun memory for me with this guy. But it is here sitting on my shelf because it's here. Unfortunately, it's not as good as the other superstars, but it's still a fun time nonetheless. Super Mario Odyssey was obviously the very first Nintendo Switch game that I picked up as soon as I got my Switch, and it is a fun time. It is a very, very fun time. It's basically just Galaxy, but with a lot more fucking twists, backflips, all that shit. I don't know what all else I should say, but yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, really fun. It should be an obvious pickup for anyone who's looking to get into 3D Mario. You can't have a Switch without at least having Smash. I bought it brand new, I guess. I just don't play it a lot, just when friends are around. Last but not least, for the Switch section at least, I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Biggest reason why I have this is because I was trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to be into Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was younger, but yeah, so I decided to get this to maybe help me like actually learn how this whole link system bullshit works. So I do have Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, but I haven't started it yet at all. Moving on to Wii U. This is going to be extremely simple because I legit only have 2 games for the Wii U. First one being Mario Kart 8. This one is complete in box. I got the game itself for free when someone gifted me the Wii U, and I bought the box online for like maybe like $6. So I got the game for $6. Complete in box. So worth it. And the only other game that I have for the Wii U is Splatoon. Splatoon, I'm trying to get into Splatoon. It looks interesting. I really want to try it. This is also semi-complete in box, I guess. But I got this from a vintage game shop. I think I got it for like $20. Alright, moving on to the Wii games. There's only 15 here. This is the second most that I have here, so. First up, we have Bakugan. I don't think this one's complete in box. Oh shit, it is! It is complete in box. Let's go. This one is basically just another version of the DS version, but, you know, this one you can play on your TV. But yeah, Bakugan, good game. Highly recommend. Also, I got it from a friend. They literally just gave it to me because they weren't using it, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take it. Hell yeah. Next up, we have Cooking Mama Cook-Off. This was another game that I literally just inherited from my family because the Wii was the family's, and then I just inherited it all. So, I do own it. I don't play it, but I do own it. You can't have a Mario Wii collection without Mario Kart Wii. Of course, I have the wheel for it somewhere, but this is also complete in box. Another game that I inherited from my family because they don't play the Wii anymore. But yes, I do own Mario Kart Wii, and this is, yeah, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better. I mostly got this game just because of Schlatt's video. I got Deal or No Deal. I got this from GameStop for like $10, complete in box, and I haven't tried it yet. Mostly because these people on the back terrify me. But, yeah, Deal or No Deal. It is here. Next up, we got Mario Party 8. This was one of the Mario parties that I did play when I was much younger. No manual, unfortunately. But this was one of my top tier Mario parties that I played when I was younger. I absolutely fucking love Mario Party 8, and I don't care what anyone says. Very divisive game I got next. Sonic and the Secret Rings. I believe this one is also complete in box as well. One of my friends absolutely loves it. My other friend absolutely hates it. And that is the only data that I have to go off of. So, I tried playing it a little bit. It just wasn't my thing. Next up, we have SpongeBob's Boating Bash. I barely played this when I was a kid. I played it like a little bit. You literally just crash into each other with a bunch of fucking cars. That's literally basically it as far as I'm aware. But I haven't played it since I was a kid, so I don't remember if I loved it or if I hated it. Of course, you can't have a Wii collection without Super Mario Galaxy. This, unfortunately, is not complete in box, but this is my favorite 3D Mario game. Top notch. I fucking love this game. I haven't fully decided if I like 2 better, but I know the Galaxy franchise is my favorite, one of my favorite Mario franchises aside from Luigi's Mansion and fucking Mario and Luigi. I don't fucking care if it doesn't have Mario in the title sometimes. But anyway, I know I inherited this game from my familia, and then I have Super Mario Galaxy 2, also unfortunately not complete in box. Kind of stole it from my mom's boyfriend. My mom's old boyfriend. He just kind of left it, so I claimed it. But I don't know. I like the Yoshi editions. I don't know. I think I almost prefer the first one's structure a little more than this. I don't know. I would need to play Super Mario Galaxy 1 again in order to actually get an opinion on it. But both games, extremely fucking fantastic. Highly recommend both of them. We're just going to go ahead and group both of these. We have Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus, both of which I inherited from my mother. Wii Fit Plus is the only one that's complete in box. I tried using these as a fitness plan to try to get back into shape. It didn't work so well. It just didn't work that well. I think my Wii balance board is broken. Next up, we have Wii Play. And this one is also surprisingly complete in box. I played a lot of Wii Play as well when I was younger. I haven't played it in a while, but I know I probably should. This will probably be an idea for a video. But as far as I'm aware, I remember liking it. And then next up, we have Wii Sports. Why is it in a fucking PlayStation case? Because, yes. The original case is kind of trash, and I'm trying to find a different one that I can replace it with. But, Wii Sports. It's Wii Sports. Who doesn't like Wii Sports? Wii Sports Resort. This one. Yes. It's not in there because it's currently in my Wii, but it does have the manual and everything with it. Wii Sports Resort, I think I like more than Wii Sports, to be honest with you. But yeah, Wii Sports Resort is always a good time. And last but not least, for the Wii section, we have another Yu-Gi-Oh game, 5DS Dual Transfer. This one I got from a pawn shop, and it is complete in box, and it actually still had its cards in it, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I bought this so that I could try to relearn Yu-Gi-Oh again, but I haven't played it in God knows how long. So it's just sitting on my shelf for now until I actually find the time to actually open it. All right, so next section, we have the GameCube section. And there are only like 6 GameCube games, so this one shouldn't take that long. But first up, we have Attack of the Twonkies. Again. Not complete in box, unfortunately. It doesn't have the original manual. But, you know, Attack of the Twonkies is always a fun time. I really do enjoy this game. This is one of my favorite Jimmy Neutron games in the goddamn world. So, recommend getting this for anyone who wants to try it. The infamous Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius that Jonah and I played on the channel. It's not complete in box, unfortunately. It does have some inserts in it, kind of like this one. But, don't. I know I said that this game wasn't, like, total shit, but, like, it's just not worth it. Honestly. If the only way I would recommend you play this is if it's some sort of nostalgia trip, but I'm still gonna keep it on my shelf for reasons. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius Jet Fusion. This one is complete in box, and this one I have not played yet. I really should. I tried playing it on my upscaler, but for some reason it just turned green. I don't know. But Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius Jet Fusion, I've always wanted to try it. I bought it pretty cheap at a pawn shop. Yeah, just like that. Luigi's Mansion, the original. I almost bought another manual for this before I realized that I already had the manual. So that was a very close call there. But yep, complete in box. Love this game. Bought this when I was much younger from Amazon. I got it for a pretty cheap deal back then because, you know, GameCube games weren't fucking, you know, rare. But Luigi's Mansion, always gonna have a fun time with that game. Absolutely love this game. Highly recommend. You guys already knew I had this, so it's like, I don't know what more you want me to say about it. It's SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Last but not least, Super Mario Sunshine. I actually, funny fact, kind of like how those other games, I forgot which section they were in, but I got the disc for free. Randomly. Out of goddamn nowhere. And then I went on eBay to find a case for it with the manual and everything, and they sent me another copy of the game, but it was like scratched and supposedly does not work. It's still up there. It's still up there. So I want to see if it works before I get rid of it. But yeah. I basically got this whole game, this like $40-$50 game for $6. Sorry, $10. My bad. But yeah. Pretty cool. I like it. We are down to cartridges. So we have N64, SNES, and NES. So let's start with the N64 with Gauntlet Legends. This is a reproduction cartridge. I remember playing this game when I was a kid, and I was in the pawn shop, and they were pulling a bunch of reproduction cartridges, and they saw Gauntlet Legends, and they said, I will sell that to you for $1 if you want it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I bought it. I played a lot of Gauntlet Legends when I was younger, when I had step siblings, and yeah, that's all I really remember. But Gauntlet Legends, I remember liking it. DK Donkey Kong. This is my favorite N64 game of all goddamn time. I don't care how much people say it's grindy. I don't care about any of those opinions. This is my absolute favorite N64 game of all time. It looks fantastic. It's great for completionists like myself. I just have a lot of fun with Donkey Kong 64. Especially the fucking DK rap. Like, you can't tell me you haven't heard those covers and laughed your ass off. But yeah, no. Donkey Kong 64, it's my favorite N64 game of all time, and I will never let anyone tell me otherwise. Made by the same people, Banjo-Kazooie. I've only played the first couple levels of this so far. I need to continue it. I know it's been a minute, but I will continue this. But so far, what I've played, it's fun. And it's definitely, so far, recommended from me. Diddy Kong Racing. Oh my god, this game is fucking fantastic. I don't care what anyone says. I played this so much when I was younger, and from what I remember, I absolutely loved it. I don't remember as much of it right now, but I would really, really like to continue it. But this is definitely going to be an easy recommendation from me. Good old Diddy Kong Racing right here. Super Mario 64 is up next. Of course, everyone has to have Super Mario 64 sometime in their life. Sorry, I was just checking something. Sometime in their life, you gotta have Super Mario 64. I'll be honest with you. I have a hard time playing this. The controls feel kind of awkward, but I feel like I haven't played it as much as I should. So this is definitely going to be something that I would like to try to continue and beat, if possible. But yeah, Super Mario 64, right here. Last, but certainly not least, Mario Kart 64. This game, yeah. I only played it a couple times when I was at work, when we were having like this bonding moment type thing. Then I ended up buying it, and I'm not remembering anything off the top of my head, but it was fun for the most part. For nostalgia reasons, I guess. But yeah, Mario Kart 64. We are on the final stretch of games, where we're going to be doing SNES and then NES. There's about 11 to get through or so. So let's keep her going. So first SNES game, and is a very recent addition to my collection. Final Fantasy II. I just got this for like 40, 45, or no wait, I think it was like closer to 35, 40 bucks. I just got this. Obviously, if a lot of people know, this is actually Final Fantasy IV. and I'll have to play this alongside the PS1 version as well. There is a little bit of a stain on the front, but it's not that big of a deal as long as the game works. That's my biggest concern. But yeah, I have Final Fantasy 2/4, as well as I just got Final Fantasy 3 fucking 6. Sorry, my brain isn't working. I've been doing this for at least a few hours now. So, Final Fantasy 6. Both of these games, I was on bids for eBay. I almost got this in its original box with a bunch of maps and all the guidebooks and stuff, almost for $40. Last fucking minute, someone fucking bid snipes me and raises the bid to a point that I don't even know where the fuck it was. At least over $60. So at the point, it just wasn't worth it. And then the same thing happened with fucking Final Fantasy 4, where I was going to get it for a cheaper price. But I found it for a more reasonable price later on. I think I got this one for like $50 or so, and then the other one for like 30, 40. But still worthy additions to the collection. I need to make sure this still works as well. But either way, Final Fantasy 3, 6, I'm really happy it's finally in my SNES collection. So this is Micah's game, and he left it with me. He bought it, and then he left it with me. It's fucking Gourmet Sente Barayu. I'll be sure to drop it off to him, to his front door next time I see him. These next few games, John Madden Football, as well as NBA Live 96, and Paperboy 2, they all came with this bundle that I got from the SNES. There was this lady outside of a GameStop that was selling a couple. I'm trying to sell it to GameStop, and they didn't want them because they were too old. So I asked her if she would like to sell it to me for like $70. I got 2 consoles, and then I got like 4 games, which 4 or 5 games actually, which included these 3, as well as Super Mario World, Super Mario World, as well as WrestleMania. All of these I got all in the bundle. I've only played the Super Mario World, because that was the only one that interested me at the time. But that's where I got all those, and I really don't have a whole lot of opinions on these guys. But yeah, that's basically that. That just kind of sliced down the rest of them, because the next things that I have are Shin Megami Tensei's 1 and 2. Both of these are reproduction cartridges because the English releases were not released in, or there was no English release, basically. So I bought both of these off of Amazon. I think they were just like $20 a piece. And I've only tried 1. I haven't tried 2 yet. But they are here so that I have the option to play them if need be. Last but not least, for the SNES era, we have Super Mario All-Stars. I basically just got this as a gift. I haven't even hooked it up yet. I think it's just a bunch of Super Mario stuff. Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. So, I have them. Alright, and last but not least, we have the NES, which I only have 1 game. That's the original Final Fantasy. When I got my NES, I had a friend, obviously I have a friend who works at a pawn shop, right? And they were going to sell me the NES, and they were like, hey, so someone just sold us a bunch of NES games, and why don't you go look and see if there's anything you want? And I found a bunch of stuff that was interesting. I think there was a couple Zelda games in there, but I knew I wasn't really interested, and I'd rather have someone who's either a really good collector or someone who is actually going to enjoy the game, enjoy those. But I saw this in there, and I was like, fucking finally, I can play the original Final Fantasy. And I'm going to be using this for a video in the future, and you guys will see what that is. So, I finally have the original Final Fantasy, and I just ordered the original Final Fantasies 2 and 3 and 5, all fan translations. so I can actually play the originals of those as well, and those will be in a future video game roundup, and that's probably what's gonna be in September's. So I have this, and I'm really excited to actually get the fresh OG experience of Final Fantasy. If this does, for some reason, change my mind about where I put Final Fantasy 1, I will take it, I will accept it, but I am very excited to actually play the original version through and through. And with that, that is every single one of my video games in my entire collection. Once again, I know 412 video games is like nothing to scoff at sometimes, but going through this and just kind of going down memory lane on what games I have and what I need to do like videos on, which ones I need to play, is very helpful for my mental mind state to kind of remind myself what I have, as well as it's really fun to kind of show off something that I'm at least a little bit proud of. And hopefully you guys enjoyed these last 4 videos, and I can't wait to try to get this new series started. I can't guarantee it'll be every single month, just because we are kind of in a little bit of a financial pinch, but at least wanted to get this out to you in August so that I have some stuff lined up for you in September, and yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. But I gotta go rest my voice because I've been talking for literally 4 or 5 hours now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do what you guys do on that YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at OperationGamer1. All that cool stuff. And my God, I need to go rest my voice so I can stream tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.